Welcome back to our Express special on the Vancouver International Dance Festival. I'm Johanna Ward at the Roundhouse. A love of dance and a love of performing. How do you get there and how do you tap into it? For our next group of young dancers, they got there by tapping in to the Source. 6!
The Source is a semi-professional training company based at Harbour Dance Centre in downtown Vancouver.
This year there's 27 in the company. There's 5 guys and 22 girls. And we focus on a wide range of different styles, mostly jazz, lyrical, contemporary, and hip-hop.
The time commitment to be a member of this young company is significant.
We have 4 days a week of 4-hour rehearsals, and so those are Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then on top of that, we take class from the Harbour Dance Centre, and we have 12 classes a month that we have to take of varieties. So we have ballet and house, tap, jazz.
And with Joanne as artistic director, there's also Bollywood fusion in their repertoire.
She's one of the most diverse choreographers I've ever met because she can do absolutely any style that she's asked to do. She gets prepared for her classes and for everything so fast, it seems, and everything she does is so different.
Full out, super sharp, hit those accents, attitude, come on, do it. Being artistic director of this company, it's just so inspiring to be around these dancers all the time because they're so hungry for learning and for improving and for challenging each other and me. I mean, it keeps me on my toes, you know, always having to come up with choreography that's inspiring for them, and it's just such an honor to be able to work with all of them, and they're such a great group of people as well. So.
We all kind of are just out of high school or just like 2 years out of high school, and so we're very like a very energetic bunch, and we kind of are all friends and we all bond, and we're kind of like a second family. So really when we perform, it's just so much fun, and we try to bring that to the audience, definitely.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
You can see the Source perform here at the Roundhouse on the Free Blends Community Stage, March 4th and 5th at 7 o'clock. So we're going from some up-and-comers to some pioneers on the local dance scene. EDAM dance is known for their contemporary style of dance that emphasizes touching and tumbling. And Life Sentences is director Peter Bingham's latest work.
This is Experimental Dance and Music, or EDAM, a modern dance company specializing in contact improvisation, an art form that pushes the boundaries of bodily expression.
It's much more about the thoughtfulness of the body or the images being created. So we run the gamut of image versus emotion versus abstraction.
The emphasis here is on flow and the cooperative exchange of weight between partners. Movements in this work that show the connection between lifestyle and its consequences.
The name of the evening is called Life Sentences because the reflections on the time that I've spent at things, and reflections on the experiences, my habits, the things that we are unable to avoid in our lives. So it's like I'm using the title to reference those kinds of things in our lives.
There are flips, dips, and dives. For the dancers, Life Sentences is more about athleticism than emotion or meaning.
We don't really think of things in terms of characters. Really, the role is just the movement. So it's sort of a task to my mind, what needs to happen in order to kind of execute the move that we're trying to do.
It's that type of concentration that prevents injuries, something that's very common with this type of dance.
I'd say it's hard on your body, physically. I've broken, I don't know, countless bones and torn all sorts of stuff kind of on every little piece of me. So a lot of the work of, I think, dancing is just taking care of your body.
And taking care also means keeping fit.
That can be a challenge with dance. Like, we can be in incredible shape, but often our weakest point is cardio fitness. And that just comes from the nature of the training or the nature of the work.
That's sort of my memory of it, I think about it.
It's what Peter hopes audiences will get out of his work, a visual and physical connection with the dancers and an appreciation for the human form. Understanding the abstract meaning behind it all can come later.
I just like people to actually have those feelings and responses and not work too hard at trying to figure out if they got it right or not.
I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
On top of performing, EDAM also holds classes in contact improvisational dance at their studio in Vancouver, and they have a contact jam on the first and third Sunday of every month. You're watching The Express, and we have more stories from the Vancouver International Dance Festival coming up. After the break, life drawing with professional clown Johanna.
I'm trying to give them an opportunity to draw something that expresses movement.
The balancing act of art and business with Kokoro's Carolyn Chan.
The best thing is being able to just sit down after a long physical day and just work my brain a little bit differently.
The Express. This is your local voice.
Training tips are brought to you by Team Diabetes.
More than 9 million Canadians are living with diabetes, including my older sister. She was diagnosed with type 1 when she was just 3 years old. I want to find a cure. She's my inspiration to run a half marathon in Iceland with Team Diabetes. The only problem is, I hate running.
I'm getting hardcore with my training today.
Take your top leg forward.
Oh my gosh, that's a little too hardcore, Chris.
We use our legs a lot when we run. And when we do so, there's a lot of pounding. In order to stabilize and to protect ourselves from that pounding, core work is essential.
I'm sure there's a way to make it harder.
Take your hand back behind you.
I'm just totally wobbling.
It's okay, it's a sign of work. The core is a series of muscles that is primarily used for stability purposes.
Oh, Chris, this is intense.
But it's great for your obliques. There's the abdominal area in the front, there's the quadratus lumbarum at the back, and the obliques at the side. Well, let's take this V-sit and make it a little bit more challenging.
Can we make it even more challenging and balance a margarita on there? To donate or sign up, go to teamdiabetes.ca. For Shaw TV, I'm Johanna Ward.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Makeup services for Shaw TV, provided by Beauty Mark.
Welcome back to The Express at the Roundhouse. Part of this year's Vancouver International Dance Festival is another way to appreciate dance and movement with a different type of art at life drawing sessions.
Well, I'm trying to give them an opportunity to draw something that expresses movement because it's a dance festival. So I'm choosing my borderline at the edge of balance positions and trying to hold them for as long as I possibly can, which isn't always easy. It is so fun.
The clowning seems like it would be an amazing art form and really comparable in a lot of ways to dance.
Uses dance, uses everything you want. Uses theater, uses dance, uses music. You can use anything you want to clown. That's the good part about clowning.
And all parts of your personality come out, I bet.
Yes. And you use all parts of yourself that you can possibly use because that's your range, is yourself. If you're really into what you're doing, the audience gets a lot out of it. And I think that same applies here. I put as much into that hour as I can and hope that the drawers get as much out of it as they can.
The life drawing sessions are free and happen every weekday at noon here at the Roundhouse until March 18th. You can also watch for an evolving exhibition of the finished pieces expected to be on display until March 19th. Now, just like a picture paints 1,000 words, there are 1,000 stories behind every dance performance, and really every dancer. So up next on The Express, we're going to take you on stage and into the office of Kokoro Dance.
Devoting yourself to a career in dance isn't easy. Not only is it physically demanding, but dance, like many careers in the arts, isn't exactly lucrative. So it's impressive that one of these professional dancers gave up a career in finance to be here.
I decided I wanted to take dance more seriously, so I left finance and ended up being offered an apprenticeship position in dance with Kokoro.
Carolyn used to work as a corporate accountant. Now she splits her time between performing and doing the books at Kokoro Dance. It's a trend that Kokoro choreographer and dance festival producer Barbara Bourget can appreciate.
It's actually good to have another skill set, I think, because the days of having a full-time job in a dance company doesn't happen anymore. Money is tight, people are cutting back.
It becomes a nice balance between dancing and another kind of support job for the dancing. And the best thing is being able to just sit down after a long physical day and just work my brain a little bit differently and not have to worry about steps and counts in choreography.
In preparation for the dance festival, though, it's been more steps than spreadsheets for Carolyn.
It's really exhilarating to get a good sweat on and just really feel like you're free to express and you're in a safe environment.
You have to be able to do other things. Carolyn is extremely lucky that she has such a great skill set under her belt because she can work anywhere. I mean, she is an accountant, not just a bookkeeper, so she can get contract jobs, she can do people's taxes, she can do all that. So she can survive, and that's really what I would love people to do.
So glad to be in this career. Yeah, never in a million years did I think that I would be here.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
You can see Kokoro's I Sing the Body March 18th and 19th here at the Roundhouse on the performance stage. And remember, that'll be with live music from the VSO. Now, another way to get intimate with the dance festival is through the master classes, and that's where we're shining today's spotlight. You can get direct insight from the guest artists at the master classes. Cyrus Kambata's release-based class starts on the floor and focuses on fluid movement with some partnering. Mariana Cruzeta's Flamenco Masterclass is for experienced advanced flamenco dancers who want to experience one of Spain's rising stars. Mark Boyvin's technique class challenges dancers to develop a dynamic balance between strength and freedom of movement. The Vancouver International Dance Festival, the performances, and the Chris Randall Photography Exhibition run until March 19th. Now, many of the performances are ticketed and many of them are free here at the Blends Community Stage at the Roundhouse after a one-time $3 purchase of a dance festival membership. We're going to leave you with the work of Cruzeta Flamenco, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.